Hey guys, welcome back to another one. This is Crypto Elite. In today's video, some exciting news for you. California is going to tokenize their car titles with the TEZOS network. And this is very, very exciting because this could just be the start for a lot of other states utilizing different cryptocurrency blockchains going forward. Before we get there, let's check out the overall portfolio. Like I said in previous videos, my YouTube videos is 100% transparent, so you get to see the good, the bad, the ugly. And right now we are hovering at about $17,380, almost $17,400. A majority of that is Bitcoin. I'm at about 0.44 Bitcoin right now, continuing to dollar cost average. Ethereum, I'm at 3 ETH. Theta, I have officially unstaked my Theta, and the selling is probably going to come soon. You'll see it reflected with the USDC. It'll increase about $1,100. And then I also have Cardano. Theta drop, I haven't reflected the latest airdrop yet, but I did get a new airdrop for a little over 1,000 T drops, so I do need to update that. And the Theta fuel, I do have to cover Theta fuel because I did sell it about a week ago, and I have heard nonstop good and bad depending on how you want to look at it. I'll take my wins and my losses, and right now, last night, Theta fuel just exploded in price. And as you can see, here is the one-day chart on CoinMarketCap. There's a couple other places to look at it a little better, but you can see there was a massive explosion. I think it was up 60% at the top from where it was previously. But the one thing I don't like about it is, do you see how many people are taking their profits? It was humongous. So now it's up about 16-17%, which is still good for a one-day gain. But to go from 60% to 16%, that is a lot of people just selling their bag. They are happy to get rid of it, and I stand by my thesis that Theta fuel has too much selling pressure, and that is a prime example of all the selling pressure that is behind it. Not to say that this crypto is perfect, there's a lot wrong with this one as well, but Aptos, if you look at the past 7 days and past 1 month, this also has had explosive price action. But the one thing it does not have is the inflation yet, the selling pressure yet. A lot of people are still buying and holding this one. So this is how you can see cryptos that are fully backed and people are continuously purchasing, not selling as much. So that is the wins, the loss, the good, the bad with the portfolio. Now let's get on to the news. The first bit has to do with pretty much what I was just talking about. Bitcoin just entered the greed side of the fear and greed index. And this has been the first time that Bitcoin has entered the green zone after 10 months. And this is after BTC remained stable at $23,000 going into the weekend. So BTC is up about 40% year to date. As you've seen from my overall portfolio, there's a lot of bullish sentiment behind it. And that's not to say that things can change really quickly. That's why I haven't really averaged into anything quite yet, because we're in the greed section and there's talks about a recession's happening. So that is why I'm kind of holding off, and I'm happy with my USDC for now. So what metrics make up the fear and greed index? Volatility, market momentum, trading volume, social media, sentiment, and surveys as well. So that is kind of what is wrapped into this fear and greed index. Not that it's perfect by any means, but one indicator just to show you what the overall big picture looks like. I also want to talk about California. Like I said, some big news happening. So car titles issued as an NFT in testing phase throughout California. The TEZOS network is going to be used for this, transferring car titles throughout the state. And I think that's very exciting because car titles is one thing, real estate home titles is another thing that I think should just be destroyed. The entire title service that you have to go through in order to buy a house is the most annoying, frustrating thing, and it all could be solved with blockchain technology. So I'm very happy that California at least is taking steps in order to get there. So the agency may also release a consumer application after successful testing. So in addition to digitizing car titles, it'll also make the process of transferring titles between owners much easier. They're going to use it for cars, for boats, other things like that. And the agency hopes to finalize this, and then it would just replace the state's title database going forward. So I think this is very, very important. And this is why I stand by my thesis that Ethereum is not going to be the only blockchain going forward, the smart contract. There's going to be several different winners out there, and you just have to pick and choose the ones that are going to be the most successful ones. But I for sure think Ethereum is holding the title for now, but that's not to say that other smart contract platforms will not be just as important. The last bit of news has to do with Gen Z. If you know some Gen Zers out there, they are very interested in crypto, and it's going to change the future of banking. That's because more than a quarter of Gen Z respondents think that having their bank affiliated with crypto is very important. So that is going to change a lot. And the digitalization of financial services and adoption of emergent technology is something that was cited by 55% of bank respondents, saying that the digital revolution is coming, that they will have to somehow integrate digital assets, tokenization of assets going forward in order to stay successful. So the more Gen Zers and millennials diversify their retirement portfolios with cryptocurrency, the more necessary it will be for these banks to pay attention. I think if they don't continue to adapt going forward, then they will slowly start to phase out, because Gen Z, millennials, they think this is important, especially if it's part of their retirement thesis. Then they are going to park their money with those banks that have some sort of support for these digital assets. So that is the last little bit of news that I wanted to say. And just wrapping this up, the overall cryptocurrency market has been going up, down, sideways. If you're interested in seeing what I am purchasing, especially with my 5 to 10 Xers, check it out. I do have a link to the Patreon in the link below, in the description below. If not, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I'll see you on the next one.